Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. Today we are going to be having a look at the ACSS reticle through the eyes of a couple of different optics here. One of them is going to be a 4-power ACOG with the ACSS reticle, which we're going to zero on this rifle in a moment. And we've got a Platinum Series 1.5 to 8 power optic. This thing is excellent. Primary Arms is really stepping up their game and putting out some really good quality optics. But the whole point of us discussing the ACSS reticle is that we really wanted to have the ACOG as well to show you guys that Trijicon is cutting ACOGs with this reticle. And it really is the science of the reticle that makes this whole system kind of work so well. And I've been turned on pretty good to it. And we've done a lot of work with the ACSS reticle, also in the 1 to 6 power optics. If you haven't seen those videos yet, check them out. I mean, we're making shots out to 550, 600 yards with 7.62 by 39 without any difficulty. The cool thing about this reticle is it lets anybody who is not a ballistics person get right behind it and make shots all the way out to, dare I say, even 800 yards. Now, I don't have 800 yards at the farm here, but we do have 600. And we've got some very good quality ammunition that we're going to be running. We've got some Lithuanian military surplus M855 ball. It's 62 grains. I'm going to share some data with you a little bit here. So it's running 2947, which is like right there in the perfect Goldilocks zone for what this reticle is designed to work with in terms of 5.56. And because we're running a 16-inch barrel, we got her just a touch high at 100 per the instructions, okay? That is got a extreme spread of 50 feet per second and an SD of 13. So extremely consistent ammunition. Guys, I'm really reaching into the vault here when it comes to running this ammo. This is some of my stash ammo, the Triple G Lithuanian. This is excellent ammunition. If you can find it for a reasonable price, get it. It's really good stuff. Super clean burning. It does excellent through suppressors, and it's very, very accurate for what it is. And in my opinion, some of the best M855 that there possibly is. So make sure you're using a good quality M855. There's also recommendations in the instruction manual for if you're going to run various other weights of projectiles, or if you're going to run 55 grain all the way up through 77. They do have recommendations for different barrel lengths in terms of where you should zero this optic. This is a 16-inch LMT piston upper. Yes, I'm using a piston upper, guys, today. And we're running on an AdCore lower, and we're running a AAC M4 2000 suppressor. And guys, this LMT upper is shooting so nice for us today, and we're going to be kind of discussing the reticle and mainly just showing how well it tracks out the various ranges. So we're going to start at 100, and today we're going to be getting all the way out to 600 yards with both the Primary Arms Platinum 1.5 to 8 as well as a 4-power ACOG. So we're going to take a 4-power ACOG with the ACSS reticle, and we're going to make precise point target hits out to 600 yards, which is definitely not an issue, okay? And it's mainly just to discuss how well the reticle itself really works. You have some wind holds that you've got that are very deliberate and simple to use. We have had some wind out here playing around, so I'm pretty sure we're going to have the opportunity to use the wind holds on it. And you also have a range finding capability in the reticle. If you read the instructions and read the manual and really dive into how it works, it's really a pretty simple thing. If you think about mills and you think about how you can use mills in an optic to range certain things, it's kind of the same overall process, but way, way more simple. If you think about the old school PSOP optics, or like the SVD style optic that has the built-in rangefinder, it's very similar to that. So it's based on like how tall a human is, but you can also equate that distance. See, when you're shooting unknown distances, you've got to be able to determine how tall something is. So you may not know how far away it is, but by knowing how tall it is, you are able to take that measurement. You know how tall 60 inches is, or whatever the height may be. And you can equate it to the range-finding reticle capability. On the right there, you see both the ACOG and in the Primary Arms, because it's ACSS reticle, you've got a series of hashes over there that give you a reference point for the height of an average person. And that gives you the ability to range that person if they're standing up long range. There's also formulas for figuring out like the top of a car door or the top of an average, how tall is an average door, guys? Quick. 82 inches, right? Or 80 inches, okay? That puts you in the ballpark there for being able to use the range finding capabilities in this reticle, okay? So right now everything's in yards. We're gonna go for it. and just have some fun. We got some 20-round magazines. And I do want to mention too, I've had a couple of issues out of the Lancer L5 magazines, so we're kind of giving them another try, see how well they work today, if we have any stoppages or issues. So I did bring a Lancer L5 back out, and we got a little PMag here we're going to run. And before we get started today, I do want to mention really quickly how impressed I am with LMT's customer service. Guys, this is the upper that we did the meltdown on, okay? So I am shooting the meltdown upper out to 600 yards today. Now, LMT rebarreled it for me. They replaced the bolt carrier group, and they did not charge me a single dime. They were super, super nice, and they could have totally just said the heck with you and gave me the finger and said, no way, you're a moron for doing what you did. But they were very professional, and they were very courteous, and they got this thing fixed right up for me. And I just want to tell LMT thank you for the wonderful customer service. They were really good. This is a very high quality upper we're running today. It's a 16-inch. And boy, it shoots. So enough talking. Let's let the optics play. So what we're going to do, we're going to have some fun with the 1.5 to 8. Then we're going to come back down here and zero the ACOG and do the same thing with the ACOG. So let's do it. All right, guys, we're going to get to shooting here. Lithuanian 62 grain ammunition, ACSS reticle. We'll see what she's all about. And we have been shooting this already, and it's just working so wonderful today. So hopefully I'll be able to replicate that. Of course, when the camera turns on now, you know, it's a different story.
Always.
It is.
All right, so are you going to start at 3?
I'm going to start at 100.
Oh, well.
Work our way up.
Aiming for the bolt?
Yes.
Yep. Oh boy, I love that ammo.
Okay, so per the instructions, we are roughly about a 1/2 inch or so high, maybe just a touch more, but we're right there in the Goldilocks zone where we need to be. So with the 0 we have, we should be able to reach out to 2, and what will happen is at 200 yards, the round will land should land slightly low of my point of aim. Like where the dot is, the center dot, it should land just below it. Now.
Yeah, start on that target on the left there, that half size.
Okay.
Got a little bit of wind picking up, so it may
it's
have
okay.
to hold slightly.
Look, as long as the rounds are on the target and kind of in the same area, I'm not worried about what the wind is doing just yet. Until it actually impedes on our ability to hit the target, that's when it's going to become an issue. All right. I need
Why
to
does the wind
here.
pick up when the cameras turn on? It's been so nice.
Because nature hates us. All that lead that we're putting in her.
I guess so.
All right.
Well, lead is pretty natural. I mean,
yeah.
They dig it up out of the ground, for God's sake. Where are you aiming?
I am aiming at the neck.
You're aiming at the neck?
Yes.
Okay, so the top of the dot is at the neck? Or the bottom of the dot is at the neck?
The bottom of the dot.
Okay, well then it's right on. Send a few more downrange. Okay. Okay. You're on it, but it's opening up quite a bit.
Really?
Surprisingly,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, the wind's blowing a bit.
A little bit.
All right, so we're going to go out to 250, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to aim dead center of the 250-yard gong.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Smoked them.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did at 200 there.
Man, I don't know, but she's dead on at 250.
Yep.
Let's hit the gopher there at 250.
Oh, you can do it with that
just to
ammo?
be cruel.
Just clipped him on the belly. All right. There you go. Got a little bit of wind. Oh, that wind caught you and blew you off to the right.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, going out to 3.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to just try to get in the center of the big round just to see where we're at?
Yeah, shoot the big round now.
All right, so at 3, guys, we're going to be at the tip of the vertical stadia in the reticle, okay? I know you can't see it, but I can. I'm just telling you. Okay. sending it.
Send it.
A touch high, isn't it?
Well, we're just a touch short of 300 here at this particular location.
Okay, so that explains that. Good triangulation.
It should be. That ammo is just awesome.
Yes, it is. It is. All right, I'm gonna go for the 8-inch popper at 300 yards.
Yep.
Lancer L5 doing the job, guys. I don't know if it's because maybe I run so much suppressors and everything, and maybe some of the just carbon and gas getting back in the inside of this magazine, but I had some feeding problems out of this magazine before. I just want to give it a try again. It seems to be working. Whew. A little sluggish, yeah, she's getting a little skanky. All right. I love that word. Yeah, take that. Nice group there. All right, now we're gonna shoot the gopher.
The gaffier.
The gopher.
Just to the left of his little noggin. There you go. Right in the face. Just left and slightly high. Just to the right. There you go. Right in the belly. There you go.
Nice.
Just high and left there.
All right. I know the other camera probably might not be able to see the coyote, but I'm gonna take some shots. Let's dome that coyote.
Oh, you can see the coyote. Just low. There you go. Clipped him kind of in the back of the neck. Just low again. There you go, in the neck.
Oh, actually, I see what happened. I hit the pole.
Oh, okay, I couldn't tell. That last shot, I couldn't tell what the heck happened.
Oops, the rounds are deflecting because I'm shooting through the leg of the gong stand. That's what happened. I saw the dang round deflect. All right, look, I'm gonna shoot him in the neck deliberately.
Deliberately?
Time. Nice. Those three triangulated really, really nice.
You're all in there.
We're making short work of this stuff at 300 yards. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this exact rifle as it's zeroed up the hill, and we're gonna shoot out to maybe 400 and 600 yards and maybe a few other intermediate ranges if we can. And then we will come back down the hill, re-zero the same exact rifle for the ACOG, and we'll test the ACOG with the same exact ammunition. That way we're keeping everything consistent. Let's do it. All right, guys, we've taken the 1.5 to 8 Primary Arms Platinum Series optic with the ACSS reticle. We're up here at the tower. We've got a couple of different camera angles now. We've got a berm at 400 now. We've got a berm at 550. That's for our 7.62 by 39 work because we're kind of like right there on the cuff, so we'd like to have a 550 gong. And then we've also got gongs out at 600 yards. So we're just gonna proceed to use the reticle as it's designed, same ammunition, same rifle, and then after this, we're gonna switch over to the ACOG and do a very brief but straightforward test in the exact same way with less talking next time. All right.
Less talking, more shooting!
More shooting! All right.
Oh, now, I hate where that camera is.
Okay, so at 300 yards, previously we're using the vertical stadia. Now we're getting into the point where we actually have horizontal and vertical stadia with appropriately numbered ranges. Okay, so 400 yards, 400 yards. We know this target's 400 yards away. We're just gonna go right for it. We have not fired this rifle at this distance. We're just going for it. We do have some wind, but actually it did die down. Let me try to send one.
You send it.
All right.
Right now. Couldn't tell. Go again. I can see the tray. You might be going right over the top of the berm.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, you're kind of in line with the shoulders. You just hit slightly left, literally like 2 inches off the edge of the plate. Same place, a couple inches off the edge of the plate. That looked like it was just low. And that camera angle is a little bit off to the right, so those impacts might look a little goofy. There you go. Right on the very bottom. The wind caught you, blew you off to the right, or to the left, I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah. Elevation looked good.
So our elevation is good. It's just the wind catching me.
Well, that last shot was just to the left, the wind caught you, but that previous shot was low.
Right, but that one shot hit, yeah, but you said I was hitting high. The wind had to have been catching the bullet because that last round hit at the bottom of the gong.
It hit very bottom of the gong, yep.
Right, that's where I was aiming. So it must have been the wind playing with us. All right. Well, let's see if maybe I'm just being a fool here. We do have a crosswind, so I'm going to give it a little bit more deliberate hold for wind. All right, this round should hit the center of the plate.
Okay. Just low center, slightly left.
Okay, so that wind is carrying it.
About the same elevation plane, just slightly right of center. There you go.
Is that better?
Yep. Yeah, you're favoring on the left edge just a little bit.
She's tracking good. All right, that should have been about the center.
That was a good center mass shot, yep.
Yep.
You're all in there, yep. That one favored up and to the right just a little bit.
It's in there. All right, we're gonna jump out to 550. This wind is catching us a bit, but that's to be expected.
How was the hold at 4?
The hold is right on.
Okay.
Yeah, the hold's good.
That one must have not gone high, must have gone to the left.
Yeah, those cluster of rounds there is pretty much right where we want it. So let's, we're gonna go out to 550. So now, getting on the horizontal and vertical stadia where it says 6, we have to aim somewhere between 5 and 6, obviously, to get to 550. So we're kind of in the Goldilocks zone, but it's pretty easy. Well,
I would call that no man's land.
It's no man's land.
All right.
All right, I'm sending one out to 550.
Don't shoot the camera.
All right.
You got it. Just slightly right of center, good elevation. Yep. Good.
We in there?
About the size of a tiny watermelon. You're all in there, man.
Not bad. All right, we got a good steady crosswind. We're gonna go all the way out to 600 now. And I'm gonna hold for wind.
Yeah, good right, left wind blowing right
Yep, you got it.
Ah, well, you hit over there by the 8-inch popper, so.
Okay, so too much wind hold.
Too much wind hold, yep. Slightly right still.
Wow.
Good elevation.
Well, the elevation is the main thing we're concerned with, so that's good.
Yeah, the elevation's right on the money.
Good deal. Okay.
Got it. Favoring on the right edge around 3 o'clock. Left edge around 8 o'clock. Just send a few in. Yep, impact. Impact. Yeah, you're all in there, man. You got it. Yep. Impact. You're favoring on the right side.
I'm holding for wind.
Okay. Yeah, you're favoring on the right third of the plate. So.
Well, that's where I'm holding because I was trying to compensate for the wind blowing a little bit. So the fact that we're impacting on that somewhat right-hand quadrant is correct for the hold I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're good?
Well, the heck with it then. All right. Yeah, man.
Well, it works.
It does work exceptionally well. I'll tell you what, I'm out of ammo, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna run down the hill and we're gonna zero the ACOG, and I'm gonna shoot the 8-inch popper at 600 yards with the ACOG, with a 4-power ACOG.
All right.
All right, let's do it. Okay, guys, so really quickly, same exact rifle, same ammunition, but we dropped the ACOG on here, 4-power ACOG with the ACSS reticle, and we've dimmed down the reticle with the use of some fancy super high-speed tape on top here to cover up the fiber optics so that we limit the light transmission, because with full power, that light coming through there can be a little bit overwhelming, so that's something we did do. All right, let's get to it. We're gonna try to make this kind of somewhat quick and get back to it here. All right.
More shooting, less talking.
Less talking. All right. We're gonna try to make this quick.
All right, where you going? You gonna walk out again?
Yeah.
All right.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Still favoring a little left. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
If we adjust it over one click right, then it's too far right, and then it's too far left.
Okay, so
200?
200.
200. Good. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's triangulating. All right, 200.
250, you mean?
Or 250, yeah.
There you go.
Tracking beautifully. Okay, 300, and I'm feeling adventurous. I'm gonna go for the 8-inch popper.
Go right ahead. Yep. Just right. Just high and right.
Not bad.
Definitely a little bit more limited with the with 4-power.
Yeah. You know, honestly, that's exactly how I feel about it. I think that just the 4-power does limit you a little bit at longer range, which we're about to see in a moment when I try to take those shots at the 8-inch popper I promised here in just a minute at 600 yards, you know, like, because that's just a pedestrian, you know, distance to shoot an 8-inch popper with an AR, you know.
Highly pedestrian.
Yes, very pedestrian, highly. Okay, not bad. All right, let's go for the gopher. I mean, this is a little harder, but we're gonna try.
Yeah, keep it consistent with the other optic, you know. Just left past his neck. Just right past his belly. Just past his nose on the right. You got him down there kind of in the base. Yep, right there in the gut. Well, that was a weird flyer. That went way over to the right.
Yeah, that one went a little low.
That one was
that's a tough shot to make with this optic. Let's put a few rounds on the big gong just to sort of group it. Just see what we're dealing with here.
Well, that one tracked like high and right at 1 o'clock. There you go.
Not bad. Especially, you know, I'm shooting pretty quick. And guys, there's definitely some major differences in terms of how the ACOG is really meant to work compared to something like this PA. And earlier, one thing I wanted to mention, I looked around on the magnification on the bezel, and I turned it over and I saw 1.5 and didn't realize that the amount of travel between 1.5 and 1 was so great. And I forgot to mention this is a 1-to-8, not a 1.5 to 8. So it is a true 1-power optic on this primary arms. That's one detail I got wrong. I apologize. We noticed that when I went to take it off, I went, crap, and I realized I screwed that up. But yeah, the gun's not doing bad. We're gonna move up the hill and take the ACOG here out to 600 yards. It's definitely gonna be some challenging shots, but you know what? We're gonna do it because it ain't a problem. We're gonna make it happen. All right, guys, same rifle, same everything, same ammo, different optic. We're in the ACOG now. It's a 4-power unit with ACSS reticle, and we're gonna punch out to 600 yards, starting at 400 yards. And I expect everything to track just fine in terms of elevation. The wind is not toying with us too bad, so let's just see what happens. And this rifle's still a little bit warm from earlier, but we'll see. All right.
She was warm earlier, so it's pretty fair.
Oh yeah.
All right, go for 4 again first.
Yep. I'm just gonna aim right on. We don't really have any wind, so let's see if our windage is looking good. I'm pretty sure elevation is gonna be spot on. All right, so again, we have a horizontal and vertical stadia with the marked 4 on the side. That's what we're gonna use to punch on out to 400 yards. So here we go.
Send it when you're ready.
Okay.
Just over the top of the head. Right over the top of the head.
So shooting a little bit high.
We got a little bit of a tailwind too. So the wind's coming in from behind us now.
All right, well that might explain some of it.
There you go.
Okay, now where I was aiming was I was basically bullseyeing the center of the target. So putting the horizontal stadia just slightly
Low center.
So I think that's what it took.
Okay. Now it's just a little bit of a tailwind. It's probably pushing that bullet a little bit.
I think so. So I'm going to cheat just a scotch low.
I didn't see an impact, but again, that's a 50 cal target, so shoot again. You might be getting carried over just slightly left. Oh yeah, your elevation's still good. You're just hitting about 3 inches off the left side of the plate.
Okay.
Look like the same place, just left. There you go. I couldn't see the impact. That hit him up in the right shoulder area. Yep. Just to the right, off at 3 o'clock. Yep.
It's in there.
It's definitely in there for sure.
It is, and the elevation's working wonderfully, and that's kind of our main concern. I mean, could be the wind, could be me, but I don't know. I mean, earlier that primary arms optic was just tracking so beautifully in terms of everything. I'm not saying this one isn't, but let's go out to 550. And guys, this is a long dang way. I mean, it's just kind of is what it is. All right, so 550 yards. So I'm going to hold in between the 500 and 600 yard stadia. Just going to hold kind of in the center. Well, the gong's moving, so I think I hit it.
I didn't see an impact, but go again. You got it.
Yeah, it's moving.
Now that one looked like it veered a little high.
She's tracking real nice.
Got it.
In there. Nice.
Shooting about a large watermelon size group.
You know, I'll take that at 550 with ball ammo. Heck yeah, all day long. All right, so moving on, we're gonna shoot 600. The optics tracking great. No issues there, which we kind of knew that. All right, we knew it was gonna be good. ACOGs are great. They do have their limitations. You know, 4 power is a limiting factor, but this optic is really designed for rapid type of engagements, you know, rapid acquisition and rapid sending. And usually, you know, you factor in targets are kind of on the move. That's really where these optics excel. So with the range finding capabilities of the ACSS reticle, this makes for a wonderful option for really life and liberty, anything, okay? It's just great for that. Unknown distance shooting, obviously, if you know the height of your target, you're gonna be able to use this reticle in terms of the range finding capabilities to know exactly what you're doing with that. And as promised, we're gonna take some shots at the 8-inch popper at 600. I'm realizing now how bad of a claim that was for me to make, but we're gonna try it.
'Twas folly.
The folly. 600.
I think you'll be able to connect with it a few times.
Don't say that. All right, man, I'm gonna go for it.
Go for it. Right over the top. Couldn't tell. Let me try to punch in there a little bit further there. All right. It looked like it hit the, like just low and left, kind of up under the plate.
Boy, it's in there.
That was just left and low of the round. Got it. Don't know. Got it.
It's in there.
You're kind of all right there around it. That was low left.
All right. That was fun, and you know, it's connecting decently. I mean, you got to think, guys, I'm shooting an 8-inch target to 600 yards with ball ammo.
With a 4-power optic.
With a 4-power optic, I'll take that all day long. That's definitely in you better get your head down territory. You know what I mean? So let's lob a few in on the big plate just to kind of see what we're doing group wise, and just see what kind of group I can shoot. I've got a few rounds left. Let's just give it a try.
Still got this little bit of a tailwind, so they might land just a touch high.
Yeah.
Yeah, right over the top.
Okay.
Don't know. Losing the trace when it gets down there. Oh, that's dang, that hit low left. There you go. Couldn't see it. I couldn't see it.
It's in there.
You're on it now. That one looked like it went high right. I can't tell though.
Okay. All right, guys. Definitely not bad. Hopefully this gives you guys a really good look at the ACSS reticle. I know you guys aren't actually like seeing down the scope, and hopefully we'll have some shots of the reticle where you can see, but it is an excellent system, and that's why we wanted to test out the ACOG as well as the primary arms optic, because not only have a lot of people been asking us to check out primary arms stuff, but when you look at stuff that's in the Platinum series, they are a little bit higher priced, and they're excellent optics, and rightly so. I mean, the 1-8 is a wonderful option for somebody that wants a little bit more magnification over a 4-power optic. It definitely does the trick. 4-power is handy. It is lighter. This optic has its kind of utilitarian use. So whether you go with an ACOG or whether you go with something with variable power, you're not going to be going wrong no matter what you go with. And I think the important thing to drive home, it's really about the technology that's in the reticle and the way the reticle is cut, the quality of the etching and the way they do that. All the math and everything that goes into the way they design this reticle is a huge part of how well that system works. They could take this reticle and etch it in, you know, even in lower priced optic, which we've done videos on $300, you know, primary arms optics, making shots out to 600 yards with 7.62 by 39. So it's about the math that goes into the reticle. It's about all of the stuff on the back end that's done to make sure that reticle's hitting where they want. And man, I hate that we only have 600 yards to take it out to, but we're lucky to have that distance available here at the farm. And the little gun's working great. The LMT upper running just really wonderful, not a single stoppage. A little gassy, but very accurate, and has just been running all day like a champ for both of these optics looks here. So guys, thank you so much for the support. We appreciate you watching our videos. If you ever have something you want us to test, let us know. We'll try our best to accommodate it. Those of you that support us on Patreon, those of you that purchase man cans, those of you that buy t-shirts and things over on Forge from Freedom, that, you know, to help support the channel, thank you guys very much. It means a lot to us. It's the financial support that helps keep our channel going, and you guys are great. Those of you that partake in that, it helps keep us going and keep us making videos. So thanks for watching today's video. I know this one was kind of long and going into a little bit of detail, but we really just wanted to have a good thorough look at these things. And we're really excited to take them out to some longer ranges in the future maybe, and also play around with some of the other things that they make as well. So not only Trijicon, but the primary arms optics, we'll be looking at some of those as well. So stay tuned for that. Guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. We'll see you next time.